Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is a new week. It is a new vlog. My bangs look crazy because the weather is just, it's amazing for the garden. It's terrible for my hair. So we all make sacrifices. But yeah, so my bangs are just kind of like, they don't really want to do what I want them to do. So we're just doing the best we can over here. But yeah, this week is, I'm going to make a deal with myself. I'm trying to set a goal, a little bit of a goal to vlog a lot more this week because I feel like because with the kids every other week, when we do have them, you get these really like, 1 or 2 day, maybe 3 day, like real snippet vlogs because I just can't show them. But it winds up just basically missing the week, which is kind of not the point of the vlog. It's counterproductive. So, yeah, so I'm gonna try to make an effort to do it every single day this week, at least a little bit, right? Just to actually make some sense out of the week. So it's not just like, cool, thanks for the garden tour. Today's Monday, or excuse me, today's Sunday. So what's up with today? I am filming what am I doing today? I'm doing a ton of stuff today. So it's spring break for the girls, but they're with their mom this year for the spring break. So I am taking that as an opportunity to get all my spring cleaning done. Last week was like it's a hard week. It's just a hard week. It was a really disappointing week in a lot of ways. And it's one of those things where you don't quite know how much of it is a year of Rona on you and how much of it is other people and how much of it is just a total inability for anybody to manage expectations anymore, or like what. So it's just, last week was really tough. This week I'm trying to have a better week. So I am in the process of doing a whole bunch of things right now. One of the goals I've had really recently, like I'd venture to say the last well, hell, when the snowpocalypse started, it's like maybe a month now. God, isn't that crazy? Is I want to decorate my house more. And it's so stupid in some ways because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Like we don't know how long we're going to wind up actually staying in this house. We could be leaving this year. But I brought this up, what feels like a lot, but, so I'm trying to satisfy the desire to do it in a way that feels responsible to time, money, effort. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go be buying a bunch of furniture that's just not going to work at the next house. So, okay, what can I do in this one? So it kind of falls in line with that space, like every month I'm tackling a space. It falls in line with that goal, but at the same time, it's just like how to live more. I think my problem is I need to live more in the present and I need to stop being so, I need to stop banking on the future, if that makes sense. I need to find more, I need to force contentment in the present is really what it is. I need to force myself to not talk myself out of just doing it for right now. Because that's the problem. It's not me not being content. It's me, well, it doesn't really make sense to do it right now because of X, Y, and Z. Don't do that. Just do it. Because right now is what you have. So right now is what you need to do and what you need to make the most of. So I think I need to do some work on that. It's funny how I've been trying to do a lot of self-work, in general, and it's so enlightening how, I don't know, just everything feels like, wow, how the fuck was I supposed to learn that? And I just really don't. I have a hard time understanding where I was supposed to learn certain things when my entire upbringing and all of my education and all of my work experience told me the other thing. You know what I mean? It's one of the things that really frustrates me about social media now is all of these woke ass memes and whatever that are trying to be inspirational and motivational and whatnot for women. And it's so dismissive of how I feel like a lot of, at least for me, it's dismissive of my entire life experience, right? It's like, how the hell was I supposed to figure that out? Because like literally not one person ever told me that. And if they did, I would have remembered it because it would have been incredibly refreshing. So, yeah, I'm just sort of like unpacking all of that and at the same time realizing how it's like bled into other parts of my life and how I handle certain things and why I view things like I do and whatnot. And yeah, so it's just been, last week was weird. It was really tough. It was really weird. Did not like it. 1 star, would not do it again. This week, I hopefully am going to get a lot more done. I always feel so much better when I've been really productive, so I just need that. That's a huge part of who I am as a person. And so I'm trying to tie that with improving everything else so I can like kind of do a panoramic view. I can just go, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I need that visual for the contentment. And I think I've really underestimated, this is like a really long-winded way of saying, I think I've just really underestimated that. And that is so much harder to accomplish than people talk about. Like it's just incredibly difficult, especially when you don't have control over a lot of stuff. So it just makes you like, it's like climbing a very, very, very steep, very narrow like wall where like one step you'll fall. That's what it feels like all the time. But anyway, it's Sunday. It's a new week. I'm going to get going on more things. I'm going to film some newness too because it's time. I'm going to keep working on the house. So I bought some of these vases that aren't meant for real flowers, right? And I got some faux flowers, obviously, to go in them. And I love these because that you can like mold them, you know, which I think is just awesome. But like, cute, right? And I've got little like bundles of things. So I'm gonna kind of play with this, do some little floral arrangements.
just building a new fence to try to prevent the Roombas. I mean, not the Roombas, but
the yard Roombas.
The landroids from jumping the fence and getting into these two different flower gardens. I recently learned that there's 2 of them, and didn't know that.
Well, this is, I'm gonna make it even more complicated for you. So if you want an easier way to say this, call this the Gabby Garden. You're like, no, see?
No.
Okay, so essentially what's happening is the stone that was here before, the landroid could like crest it and then come down here, and it, do you remember, I don't remember which vlog it was last summer, but it like took out a big patch of zinnias, and I was heartsick. So in an effort to not have that happen again, we're changing this out. And so he measured up for like how to do so, blah, 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 blah. So we're starting that process because he's busted out the landroids for the season. And, you know, this is like my first official cut flower garden for real. And if I was upset about zinnias last year, imagine ranunculus and you know, things that were corms that I literally waited way longer, way more delicate, had to pre-sprout, all that kind of stuff, right? Or not pre-sprout, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so we're gonna go help him. I had to soak them. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, I was gonna start offset stacking them.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if we want them just exactly on top of each other like this. Or
right. No. A little off.
This.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay. So this is what I made today. I made a homemade French silk pie, crust and all. It's my Friday accomplishment. Well, I did a lot more today, but besides that, but for the vlog, that's what I did. Good afternoon. So it is just an absolutely gorgeous Saturday. I actually already filmed this and I decided to come back on and do it again because I was prepping soil for You can see up there, we'll get to it. But I was prepping soil and I was noticing things. And I was like, you know what? Now that it's like, A, I haven't been awake for 5 seconds, and B, the sun's like really out and you can really just kind of bask in all of the, like the new life. I needed to redo this. So I just finished doing like kind of my garden chores of sorts. So everything's freshly watered. But today we've got every single one of these is coming up. So from the top here, I'm going to try to stand a certain way so you don't really just see my shadows the whole time. We have bouquet dill. We have Greek dwarf basil. We've got some wild thyme. We have Thai sweet basil. You see that? We've got giant of Italy parsley. And we've got some Siam Queen Thai basil. Looking great. And then over here, we have some wild Zatar oregano that hasn't come up yet. That's okay. I've heard that can take some time. But we've got some black cherry tomatoes. You can see them really popping up. And the little in a row. And then we've got some of my sunrise bumblebee tomatoes. Difference being these are both smaller varieties. And this is going to be like a purpley black. And this is going to be a bright yellow. And then here we have some pansies. We have the King Aalsmeer pansy mix from Floret. These are edible flowers. And then over here, I think is the biggest, like, greetings. These are Blachilde beans. They're like, I'm assuming German. But like, oh my God, they just are just shooting up. Like this is happening all day. All day. You see more. But you see them all just coming up. And these are purple, so these are in the everything I grow, I try to grow a purple version of for the youngest because it's her favorite color, and she will eat anything purple. So I try to grow purple food so she eats more, you know, nutrition. But yeah, you see them all, like, oh, isn't it just so cool? Yeah, so these are Blachilde beans. And then all of this here is chamomile. It says Lotilan chamomile. So beans prefer to be a little drier. So I just watered and I just kind of hit it real quick. But I watered a little bit yesterday too, so I don't want to overdo them. Plus they're coming up, so like something's working. All of these, you see these popping up here? These are called dragon, back there. These are called dragon tongue beans. So these are like a variegated green, purple mix. They look awesome, and they keep their color even if you stir fry them. So they're just going to be like a lot of fun for the kids to eat. It's going to be a lot of fun to try. I hear awesome things about them, so I'm really happy that they've come up. This is going to be, I am so excited for these 2 beds now that I see some height, you know, just like a little bit of like activity, because I can play, you know, because you basically, you have to put, I have towers, I have tomato towers that I was going to put on these, but I can do the same thing with the beans. So it'll be a lot of fun because the beans have to climb, you know, or the beans, yeah, beans have to climb. So it'll be a lot of fun to like troubleshoot in beds of this height. I actually am really looking forward to that. Yeah, so this makes me really happy. Over here we have corn salad. This has been stunted. This has looked like this for a couple of weeks now. So what I did yesterday was I went through and I reseeded a whole nother bag. And then I had ladybird rose nasturtium here that died in the frost, the snowpocalypse. So fortunately I did buy more. When I bought this, I didn't just get the one. So I'm going to wait until April and then I'm going to reseed that because I really want to be out of low temps because nasturtium is sensitive to that. Whereas the pansies, I actually think that's what got them going, is because they needed to be cold stratified. And I just basically did that. But yeah, so that's what's up there. And then here we've got the little shade bed of sorts. We have my cast iron plants, my lily of the Nile, my ground cover. This is all stuff that I did not plant. I didn't plant these from seed. I planted these started, but that's my like. I'll link the video where I did that. And then over here, we have the cut flower garden. So this is marshmallow ranunculus all in here. You see how much bigger they're getting? It's so cool. Over here we have Juliet ranunculus. And then back there we have anemones and some more rock. And then I've gone ahead and I've actually planted as well some more, couple different varieties. Like I did a bridal mix, I did of ranunculus, I did another round of anemones. So I've got a little bit of a staggered seeding of sorts. So hopefully it'll give me not just a denser cut flower garden, but it'll give me a longer bloom season, which is really exciting. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited for this. And then over there, I've got some rock, and I did a lot this week that I didn't talk to you all about. Okay, and then over here, we have some moss curl parsley sprouting up. We have lots of Murasaki purple pepper. I'm so excited for this because it's a very purple, look. It's a very purple pepper. But it's, look. Cool, huh? Do you see that? It's like really bold. And it's not spicy at all. It's like sweet and it's yummy. And it's really bold purple. So I'm excited for the youngest to try it. She's really excited about it too. So this makes me happy. Anytime I see it come up, this color, I always bring her out here and I'm like, look. And she's like, whoa. It's really cute. And so here I've got a whole bunch of Kentucky beefsteak tomatoes. I am really happy about this because I'm from Kentucky. And so when I saw that variety, I was like, well, I have to grow that. That's just the law. So this makes me happy to see it because I am particularly excited about that one. And then I've got Momolo basil really starting to sprout. Sorry if you can see my shadow. Really starting to sprout up around here. This is exciting because it's a really good companion plant, obviously, to the tomatoes, but it's gonna be giant. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. This is gonna be a beautiful bed because you gotta imagine I've got like big fluffy curly parsley, like mossy curly, moss. Yeah, you get my drift. A purple pepper, a yellow beefsteak tomato, and then this giant, oh, I can't wait. Over here, we have Batavian full heart endive. You can start to see, oh, sorry. You can really start to see the shapes coming up a little bit from some of these. And then we've got my green Macerata cauliflower. If you can see some of that dimension, it is just spectacular. If you are even remotely interested in growing a vegetable, if you want to grow for beauty, I really recommend you grow this because this is a lot of fun to watch. It comes up. It's just immediately pretty. And then that's strawberry blonde calendula, really starting to take some shape. This is a wild rocket arugula. You see little florets coming up. So that's, and then we've got the purple of Sicily cauliflower, and you're really starting to see the change in the colors. You've got the green and the purple and the kind of almost indigo tint, at parts of it. But it's just like it's starting to shift, and the shift is fun to watch because something, it's changing. There's a new phase. And if you remember me saying this to you, these all died in the snowpocalypse, so I reseeded. So this is my second attempt, and I haven't actually gotten to this part 4, right? Because it died before. So this is a lot of fun for me. This here is called Benihushi Mizuna. It looks kind of like a rhubarb, but I know it isn't rhubarb. It's a green. I believe it's I don't know what country specifically, but it's an Asian green. But it's apparently really good. And I've never had it because, where do you buy it? And yeah, so well, I'll just grow it. But it's really cool, and it's purple and green. So you know what I mean? When. But if you can see that color, it is just beautiful. So, these beds, oh, we're getting to the sweet spot. And then I came out this morning, I was like, oh my God. So these are my blackberries, okay? And we're really getting to where you see the death kind of fading and the new life arriving. And I had done a pretty heavy prune of these last year. I kind of cut the season a tiny bit short because they really needed to heal. And I was a little nervous about how that was going to go. But you see all this new life coming up. And then look. Look. Let's see if I can show you. Look at this. You see that? Isn't that so cool? It's so cool to me. So I'm just thrilled. And they're just everywhere. They're just everywhere. And so it's so exciting because I'm like, oh my God, they're coming back. I didn't screw it up, but B, it's just oh, it's coming. They're everywhere. They're still little, but they're there. Oh, this is going to be magical. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. And then I've done a little bit of prep work on, we hung up the trellises this week. So I've got 10 trellises here. I've got another one on the other side, but that's where my cut flower garden is. And I found out he can't move that without like hurting the fence. So I'm growing 10 mountains instead of 11. But I peppered in some of the smaller bags that I've already had. And I'll grow like smaller varieties of stuff just to kind of make use of space. And I've got more grow bags on the way. They come, I think, tomorrow or Monday. But I'll have, you know, it'll plot out. So you'll see that next week. But yeah, so I just soil prepped all of these. So I'm going to give them the day to kind of heal and, you know, get ready. And then tomorrow I'll seed. So that's fun. And then over here you can see a little closer view of some of the anemone action. Isn't it so neat? Oh, I love it. And then over here is my cut flower garden again. I have planted more stuff. I went out, I think yesterday, and did it. So I've got some ruby gold rock and some caramel apple rock as well in here. And then I went through and I just seeded some Dara. I've got some Avalanche Supreme stock, maybe back there. And I put in some, I've got some Madam Butterfly Peaches and Cream Snapdragons. That's the one that doesn't have a thing. I don't know where it went. Pink Peony Breadseed Poppies. I've got Pennycrest Crest that I just seeded. I've got Unicorn Mix Celosia that I just seeded. And I've got a Cactus Pink Zinnia that I just seeded. Those I just did yesterday, so you're not going to see those yet. But we're starting, you know, we're starting to lace in some of the summer stuff. So that's fun. And then look. All my little babies are coming up. So like, I don't know what this is, right? I'm hoping it's something I want. Because it feels early for dahlias, but I've never grown dahlias. And I sure as hell plan them all here. So we're gonna find out. But I've got cafe au lait dahlias. I've got a ton of ranunculus. I planted romantic mix ranunculus there. So if everything comes up, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. I mean, beautiful. The colors are going to be sensational. The Cactus Pink Zinnia is like that shaggy kind of dusty pink. It's like a variety of shades, but it's cactus in terms that they kind of like. Have you ever seen like the cactus or shaggier dahlias? It's got that kind of a vibe for a zinnia. So it's going to complement everything I've got here really well. And because it gets hot here pretty quick, I think that'll do okay. I mean, we've already hit 80 for a high, so, you know, no doubt. But yeah, you're starting to get some real height, you know. Oh, it's so exciting. I love it so much. So yeah, so that's what's been going on in the garden. But I hope y'all had a great week. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.